Hello guys. So I think we have already created our Congress contract or the Congress organization. So first thing we need to do is just copy this whole contract and go to the Mist wallet and actually add it into the or try to execute it using the interface. So I'm going to copy and paste my source code. As the source code has been pasted, you will see that this will show you the particular list of methods or the contracts to execute. Since we have the two contract created, Congress and admin, so we can choose any of them. So I'm going to choose the main account to execute it and make the main account itself as a administrator. So I'm going to choose Congress. So minimum quorum required for the proposal is, I'm going to choose 2, right? So these are a minimum number of votes required for the particular proposal to be passed. Minutes for debates, I'm going to choose 5. Then margin for the votes, for the margins I'm going to choose 1. So it's just like that yes should be 1 higher than the no, then only it can be executed, it can be considered as 1. Then Congress leader, so we can choose the Congress leader to be empty, or then the sender or the by default the main account will become the administrator. So that's fine with me, so I'm not going to paste anything over here, so because we already handled it in the the code. So now I am going to choose the maximum fees so that this can be mined quickly. Since I am running in the test net, as you can see, I have a lot of ethers in my account and to execute and test it. So I'm going to click deploy. It will then ask me for the particular, the code, the password. So I'm going to enter the password of the main account. Remember, from account from which you are actually executing this transaction or the contract. So I have entered the main account password, and of course I need to provide the maximum fees, which is quite higher right now. So I'm going to put additional 0 over here, and since it is still less than that, so I'm going to double it by putting 2 in place of 1. So now we have enough provided maximum fees. I'll click on send transaction, then I will just wait for my contract to be mined. The moment my contract will be mined, okay, so it is mined and you can see I have got 1 confirmation out of 12. So I'm going to click on Congress and see the variables. So as you can see, as you can see, the admin main account already became the admin, right? So proposals are right now, if I put 0, 1, whatever, the proposals are right now null. There is no proposal available in the system. Member ID, I'll put 0, 1, 2, whatever, the member ID will be shown over here. 0 proposals are there. Members are by default, we have already created a first proposal, or the first member who is the default member. Debating period in my 5, quorum is 2, majority margin is 1. All the variables are available over here. So first thing we need to do is we need to add some members into our Congress. To add a member, select the method called add a member, and then we will choose the member address. So I already have all my addresses copied and pasted in there so that I don't have to switch XYZ places. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make Alice as a member. So Alice account. So in this I'll paste Alice member and I'll call it Alice account. And executed from, since it has to be executed from the admin, so we will choose admin over here and click execute. I need to enter the main account password because that's the admin. Click send. Next we need to do is, so this particular the transaction has been sent, and you will see the numbers of the members will increase. So here you can put the 1 0 1 2 3 to check the member's name. So you need to wait for the new block to be mined. The moment your new block will be mined, you'll see the value over here. So wait for a few more seconds. So I'll need to put 1. Okay, so 1 is the admin. So remember, 0 is the null, 1 is the admin, 2 will be the my Alice account. So we need to wait for the block to be mined. Remember, block has not been mined yet. 1 minute since last block. Yes, it has been mined. So okay, so as you can see that member number 2 will become Alice account, right? So now Alice is the member, main account is the member. Let's add 1 or 2 more members. So I'm going to copy my another address, Bob account. So let's make Bob as a member. So I'm calling it a Bob. Again, I have to execute. So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually executing members. That's it. Nothing more than that. So let's add another member, fourth member, Eve account. So let's call it Eve and send it from the main account. So now, so if you will see members, then we'll see 3. Hold on a second. Okay. So 3 is the Bob, 4 is the Eve, 1 is admin. So as you can see, the members IDs have been created automatically. So I have all the members. So let's propose something, right? So let's say out of these members, the Eve has decided, because the Eve account is already created. So Eve has decided to create a proposal, right? So what should be the proposal? So let's say Eve wants to transfer, Eve wants the contract to transfer certain ethers from the contract to, let's say, main wallet, right? So first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that contract has some ethers. To do that, click on this transfer contract, choose the main account. I'm going to transfer 100 ethers to this contract, right? So let's choose the gas, send. Need to enter the main account password because I'm transferring the main ether from the main account, because before the proposal is being received, the contract must have some ethers in it. Right now the ethers are 0. You can see there are 0 ethers shown over here, but I want to make sure that Congress has some ethers. First the Congress, so I have already done that. So let's check. Block has not been mined. Wait for a few seconds. Not yet. Yes. So if you go to this Congress contract, and then you get 100 ethers already. Let's propose something. So let's say the E wants to propose that the 50 ethers, right? 50 ethers must be transferred to the main wallet. Remember, the main wallet currently has 0 balance. Right? So I'm going to copy the main wallet. Job description would be for his consultancy, right? Whatever the consultancy the main account has provided. So we want 50 to his wallet. Transaction bytecode can be 0. So Eve account need to propose that. So let's execute it from the Eve account. So the Eve password is QWERTY. I'm just entering the Eve. So Eve has proposed a proposal. So remember, this part should update. The moment the block should be mined, this proposal should update. So we'll have a first proposal from the Eve. Yes. So as you can see, the Eve has proposed something. The recipient is the main wallet. Amount is 50. Description is this: voting deadline in 5 minutes. Executed no. Proposal passed no. Number of votes 0. Current result 0. And this is the proposal hash. Remember, the proposal hash can be used to actually check the integrity of the proposal. So you can always go and check the proposal number. So let's say proposal number is 0. The beneficiary address is the main wallet. I'm going to put over here. Right, as you can see, the code checks out is equal to 0, or sorry, no, and amount is 50, and if you enter the 50, this will say code checks out yes. Transaction bytecodes were empty in my case, but if you change it to 49, then it will say no. So it means that proposal I can verify that this is the exactly the right proposal. So let's try to put some votes in the particular proposal number 0. Vote the proposal. A person has to click vote, put the proposal number, whether they support it or not. So I will say looks good. That's my justification text. So let's say since it is Eve account, I can execute from the Eve because Eve is also a member. So Eve has proposed, Eve has executed. Let's try to execute it from the main account as well. Main will say that's me who is taking money. So of course main account will definitely say yes. So main said yes, right? So we'll see the password of the main account. Next, so as you can see that number of votes are increasing. So you be careful on this part that number of votes have been increased here in this bottom. So next is after the main, let's call Bob. So Bob also say, okay, I'm also fine. Who cares? Bob said, I don't even care. Transfer whoever you want to transfer. Then Bob says, okay. So Bob has to enter the password. I'm not sure the password of Bob. Yes, got executed. And let's say somebody says no, I don't like it. So let's say no, never. And he says no. So Alice says no. So let's vote from the Alice side as well. What is the password of Alice? 1234. Yes. Send. So as you can see, the new block will be mined. There will be total number of votes will be 4, while the current result will be 3, or actually 2. So let's wait for the new blocks to be mined. If you go to the home screen, you'll see that 2 are still mining. So as you can see, the number of votes are 3, current result is 3, but this current result will go down because somebody said yes. So as you can see, the number of votes are 4, the current result is true. That's fine. So the voting deadline is in 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, we can execute. So if you would like to execute the proposal right now, it will say no. And let's say ls, let's say Eve account says, because Eve is someone who proposed it, it will say no because the deadline has not been passed. So you need to wait for 2 more minutes. So let's wait for 2 minutes and then we can see what happens when the transaction executes. So remember, when the transfer will be, or the proposal will be executed, the number of ethers will remain 50 in the Congress, and this 50 ether will transfer to the main wallet, which is currently 0. So we need to be sure that this is happening properly. So we need to, for that we need to just wait for 2 minutes. So it says less than a minute, few seconds. So let's wait again. So if you want, if you want to see something, you want to check the member ID by actually entering the member detail over here. So say 2, 3, this is already working. I've already proved it. Member ID, by entering the address, you can check the member ID. So that's also possible. So all good. We haven't created any event, otherwise we could have monitored the event over here. You can download the source code from the the resource section of your course. It is all available over there. So let's go back and check what is happening, if the minute has been passed or not. A few seconds ago, yes, the deadline has been passed. So let's execute the proposal. Proposal number is 0. Anybody can execute it. It has to be a member. That's it. So let's say if you try to execute it from Charlie's behalf, it should say no. Yes, it says yes because the Charlie owned by the another method. Okay, so let's execute it on the from the Bob side. Proposal number 0, and we'll enter the Bob password, which is QWERTY, and then we'll wait. Sorry, wrong password. Oh. Sent. Yes, transaction has been sent. So remember, the executed should be yes, proposal should be passed, should be yes. So we'll wait for that. And then balance should be 0 over here. Sorry, 50, because the value was 50. So let's wait for a new block to be mined. And remember, the main wallet balance over here must increase to 50. So that's the purpose, if everything works well. Let's wait again. few more seconds, 45 seconds, yes. So as you can see, the main wallet got the 50 ethers. Congratulations, you just finished the first proposal execution. And if you go to the Congress balance, the balance of the Congress would have been received to 50. And the executed is equal to yes, proposal passed is equal to yes. So we successfully done that. So our this blockchain Congress part is done. So we have a system where people can vote for certain transaction and get it tested by adding a member and removing a member. So you can actually create a website for this interface and automate the entire thing using the Web3 objects, JavaScript object in the web interface, and use the Ethereum JSON RPC to do the all interfacing without the UI. So that's UI is just a way to do it faster. Otherwise, you can all do it you using the programming interface. Thank you.